All right. Go ahead and find the end of your mat. I got sideways today. Look at that. All right, and just roll your shoulders. So we're going to get moving a little bit today with our, I'm worried y'all can't hear me. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, forward hinge, and just fold to where you can. You don't worry if you can't get all the way down. Good. Inhale to standing extension. And now exhale, put your feet on the floor, or hands to the floor. Hopefully your feet are already on the floor. Inhale as you step back with your right foot, and exhale, revolve your lunge. Put your hands on the floor. Inhale, step in. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, hands to the floor. Inhale, step back with your left leg. Exhale, revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor and step in. Standing extension and unhinge. Ooh, my head disappeared. Inhale up and exhale to prayer. Good, let's do that again. Inhale up, exhale, forward hinge and fold. And lift into standing extension. Good, bend your knees, hands to the floor. Step back with your right leg. Exhale, revolve your lunge. Hands to the floor, step in, fold. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back with your left leg. And exhale, revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor, step in. Inhale, standing extension. And unhinge. Take a breath. Bring the hands in. Good, we're going to do that one more time. Take a breath. Hinge and fold. Step back with your right foot. Revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor, step in. And then standing extension. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, left leg back. And exhale, revolve your lunge. Both hands to the floor and step in. Inhale, standing extension. And unhinge. Good job. That should have gotten the blood flowing a little bit. Take a breath. Take your hands behind your head. Push your head into your hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades open. Now exhale, point the elbows down. Let the weight of your arms just stretch out your neck. Find your breath in the back of your throat. And release, inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, standing extension. Good, now as you fold, step back halfway with your right leg and split your fold. So just step back halfway and then push into your hips. Good, step back with your right foot, inhale. Exhale, revolve your lunge. Good, now from here, put your left arm on your left leg, turn your right foot, and just open up here into extended angle pose. Good. Point your hand to the ceiling, straighten your leg, pick up that right hip and triangle. Keep your left hand light. Good. Once again, bend, drop into the hip and reach over your head. So you're reaching for that corner where the ceiling and the wall meet. Point to the ceiling, pick up the hip, and now we're pointing up to the ceiling. Straight line between our left hand and right hand. Good, big spiral here, bend, and we're gonna go up to Sun Warrior. So if now we're feeling that right hip open, good, inhale and straighten, and just lean back a little further, increase the distance between your left hand and your left foot. Take a big breath, exhale, Warrior Two. Pull back through that back arm. Drop the shoulders. Core is in. Breath is relaxed. And cartwheel to the floor. Step back to downward dog. Spread out those fingers, roll the shoulders. And go ahead and just walk your dog here. Good. Bend your knees and lift your hips. So push back. So this is relaxed down dog. Now take a big breath. Pick up your hips. And then exhale, drive the heels down. And find your plank. Inhale as you lower down and exhale up to up dog. And push back. Knees go wide, feet go together, child's pose. Clasp your hands on the floor, and just like we did standing, roll your head into your hands. Push your shoulders toward the back of your mat. And roll back, come up to tabletop, tuck your feet, lift to downward dog, push the heels down. Step up when you're ready with your left leg, halfway with your right. You're back to your split fold. Take a breath here, leave your left hand on the floor, rotate up to your right. Inhale and step in. Exhale and fold. Good. Bend those knees and just lift yourself here, bend your knees and come up to a standing cow. And then roll up into a standing cat. And take that roll all the way up to mountain pose. And inhale up. Come into prayer. Good. Just take the arms open, palms up, and open up your chest here. grab behind you. Roll those shoulders open. Good, now just drop your ear, right ear to the right shoulder, because you can't drop the right ear to the left shoulder. You could try. And then left. And now center. You should feel like your shoulders are moving away from the crown of your head. And take a breath. Hinge and fold. Standing extension. And on your exhale, step halfway back with your left leg. Just push the weight back into the hips and split your fold. Good, step all the way back. Revolve your lunge. On your inhale, right hand, right arm goes to the right leg. Turn your left leg. Left hip opens, left rib cage opens. Open out into extended angle pose. Turn that heart toward the ceiling. Now on your inhale, point to the ceiling, straighten your legs, and go up to triangle. You might feel like you can open up a little bit more here. And bend that right knee, reach back over. See if that triangle pose helps you open up your hip a little more in this angle pose. And straighten, triangle. And bend on your inhale, spiral all the way up into reverse warrior. Bend that front leg. Straighten your leg. And let's increase the distance between the right foot and the right hand. Big breath. And warrior two. Spiral down, step back to downward dog. Bend your knees and lift their hips. So you're pushing into the arches of your feet. I'm in the ball, on the ball of my foot. Then take a big breath, straighten, push the heels down. And find your plank. Chaturanga up dog. And we're going to sit back into our child's pose. Good, now if you're comfortable enough to put your head on the floor, if you need to widen out your legs, you can. We're going to do a variation of that yoga mudra that we did. It's called the rabbit pose. You're going to bring your hands behind you and clasp them. And then roll up under the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders back. And then if you want to lift the arms, you can. Do the the first one with your head in your hands if you want to do that one instead. Good. Set your hands down, then roll back. Come up to your tabletop. Tuck your feet and lift to downward dog. Step forward with your right leg, halfway with your left. Take a breath. Leave your right hand on the floor and rotate up to your left. Inhale and step together. Fold. Hands come above the knees, standing cow. And then up into standing cat. And roll all the way up. Good job. All right. Take a breath. Hands come to prayer. Sit into chair pose. Good, now I just want you to soften. I just rolled up onto the ball of my foot. That's all I did. Yep. So keep your weight in your left leg and you're just going to stand and sit back down. Yep. We'll add arms here in just a second. So I'm just keeping my ball of the foot. That's all I'm doing. Then you can add the arms if you want to, but you do not have to. You can stay right here. Exhale up. Watch. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Two more. Up, down, up. Now stay down. Drop your heel and your back into chair. Stay down. Inhale up, bring those arms behind you. Open up the shoulders. Now lift the hips. Exhale, dive over into fold. Hands can come off the back or stay, whichever works for you. From here, lift to standing extension. And then relax and fold. Good, step back with your right leg and come up to high lunge. Twist your lunge, going towards your left. You should feel that hip in the left leg now. Good. Turn your back foot. Take your left foot toward the left side of your mat. Bend that left knee and turn your heart and your hips toward the top of your mat. Warrior one. Lock out that back leg. Push the pinky toe into the floor. Good. Now take a breath. Come down with the arms. Good. Reach forward. Push the hips forward. Come up. Inhale down and exhale. So try to avoid this with your legs. Push your hips down and leave them there. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. And exhale up. Straighten your legs. Dive over that front leg. Stop where you need to. You can go to just the shin with your hands. If you got a yoga block, you can hold on to that. Just stay off your knee. Lift your heels, step back to downward dog. Good, drop your knees. Child's pose. Good, find your tabletop. Take a deep breath, right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Breathe into your lower back here. Reset your tabletop on your next inhale, left arm up. And exhale, reach through. Bring yourself up to tabletop. Good, extend, go up to downward dog. Lift your left leg into three-leg dog. On your inhale, bring that left leg forward. We're going to pigeon. So all those single leg squats paying off here. Adjust where you need to. Make sure you're flexing that left foot. Push the top of the right foot into the floor. Take a breath here in posture. And then reach out, working into that left hip. Good, walk yourself up, hands to the floor, and just go back to downward dog. Take a breath, walk yourself to the top of your mat. You can jump that too. Lift into standing extension, take a breath, and exhale into your fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, come up to mountain pose. Exhale into prayer. Inhale back up and find your chair. All right, relax your left. So just go up to the ball of the foot on the left leg. Lift, exhale, inhale on the way down. Push and down. If you want to add the arms, we're going to inhale. Sorry, I said that backwards. Exhale, and then inhale down. Exhale, and inhale down. Try to make that left leg as light as you can. Push and down. Push and down. Keep your posture. Push. Using my core to keep my back straight, my heart lifted toward the far wall. Up and down. 2 more. Good, now inhale here as you sink and then come up into chair. Reach those arms behind you, open your shoulders, take a breath, lift the hips, exhale, dive over with shoulder opener. Hands to the floor, step back with your left leg, high lunge. Good, now we're gonna walk that right foot toward the right side of our mat. Turn that back foot, sink into your hips and your shoulders, bend that front leg, lock out the back leg, pinky toe to the floor, warrior one. Inhale as you come forward, exhaling up. Push the hips down and leave them there. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Straighten your leg, dive over that front leg to intense side stretch. Good, step back to downward dog. Come to your plank. Chaturanga up dog. And child's pose. Bringing ourselves up to tabletop. Inhale, left arm goes first this time. And exhale, thread the needle, left arm down. And make your way back to tabletop. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, reach through. Make your way back to tabletop. And tuck your feet, lift your right leg into three-leg dog. And when you're ready, bring that right leg forward for pigeon. Flex the right foot, reach back with the left, press the top of the left foot into the floor. Find your posture first. Take a breath. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze and unhinge. Good job. Take a breath. And we're just going to leaning mountain. And inhale. Go the other way. And inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Good. Walk yourself back to downward dog. Good. Now, make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. Take your hands, look at your hands. Now replace where your palm heels are with your fingertips. So you're going to back up the length of one hand. Take a breath, and we're going to twist our rib cage and reach our left arm to our right ankle. Look underneath that right arm. Keep pushing down through both heels. Roll that right shoulder back. Be strong. Reset. And now right arm to left. Looking underneath your left arm. Again, roll that left shoulder back. And from here, release that and come down to tabletop. Roll up onto your shins. Good, take a breath. So now we're going to twist again, but from the front. So turn, revolved half camel. Remember, modify this. Put your hand on the back of the thigh or even just the hip if you need to. But it's really about pushing your hip forward. Good, soften that. Inhale up. Go the other way. Soften that. Good. We're going to step forward with our left leg and just press into a kneeling lunge. Make sure your back foot is relaxed so you don't have your toes to the floor. Just find your posture here. Get that sense of a straight line between your ears, your shoulders, and your hips. Again, widen out your stance. Create that hole to drop into. Good. Take a breath. Right arm up. So the same one as the leg that's back. Reach into this. And now we lean. Hand goes to the hip. Or if you can make it to the floor, go, but don't lean forward. And bring your hands to the floor. Good, you can back your hips up here. So I'm just going to take this left leg and walk it out and sink my hips into a split leg up dog. Reach through with your right hand to your left foot. Reach down with that right foot and just take your time relaxing open here into your revolved big toe hold. Now on an inhale, just reach down with your left hand and grab your left foot. Roll completely to your side. Point your knee to the bottom of your mat. Press your hip toward the left side of your mat. So that's the mat that's in front of you. Try to roll your left shoulder back. Good. Big toe hold, or you can grab the ankle, stay on your side, reach all the way up into side lying, big toe hold. Good. Roll yourself to your belly. Put your hands by your heart. Reach up, sit back, child's pose. Good. Roll up to your shins. Good. We're going to revolve half camel to the other side. So your left first. And then we reset, go to the right. And reset. Let's step forward with that right leg. Step a little wide so you can sink into that hole you create. And just spend a moment here. Find this posture. Straight line, ear, shoulder, hip. So you should almost feel like you're backing up a little bit with the upper part of your body versus being here. And if you have really tight hip flexors, that's pretty intense. You can always back up this way versus leaning forward to release the tension. Keep the posture and just undo your stretch a little bit. And reach up. Let's try to increase that stretch. Think about pressing forward with your hip. Reach up with that left hand. Add an inhale, and then your side leaning, kneeling lunge. Hand to the hip if you can't reach the floor. Keep those ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. And now place your hands on the floor. Just walk that right leg out and split your up dog. Take a breath, thread the needle, left arm to right leg. Reach down with that left leg. Exhale. Let your heart open toward the ceiling. Breathe into your lower back. Good. Roll completely to your left side. Reach down and grab your right foot. Point your knee to the end of your mat. Push your hip toward the side of your mat. Roll that right shoulder back. And now we take the leg up. You can grab the heel or the big toes. Stay on your side, avoid rolling to your back here. Good, release that. Roll all the way to your belly. Hands to the floor and up and back into child's pose. Good, bring yourself up to tabletop. Move down into cat. Good, so we're going to press forward here. Let your shoulders come over your fingertips and then start at your tailbone. Tuck and go all the way. You're pushing your hips back, rounding into cat and then through cat into shell pose. Now start at your shoulders. Sink your shoulders. Let that move down your spine to your tailbone and come forward. And then back. So we're going from shell pose to cow, through cat. So very circular. Good. Find a neutral pose, a neutral posture here. And then you're just going to bring your legs down and bring them around front. Take your legs out straight. Good. Take a deep breath and reach forward. Good, bring that up. Take those feet together for bound pose. Good, take your feet wide. Good, press the hips down into the mat. And we'll fold forward. Remember to keep your hands behind you. If that works better, you want your spine going toward the top of your mat, not rounding and going toward the back of your mat. Walk that up, gather your legs in, roll all the way back. Roll to one side. And just let that back stretch, opening the upper body to the other side. And just slowly make your way the other way. Find an exhale and open up the other way with that upper body. Big inhale, bring yourself back to center. Find another big inhale. Exhale, drop your feet. Let your knees fall together or take yourself all the way down into corpse pose. And moving into rest. Let your breath get deeper. We did a lot of hips and lower back today. So take some time to breathe into those areas. When you're ready, begin feeling your body in contact with the floor. And just take some long breaths in and join me seated. And let your head fall to one side and then the other. Neck goes down center. And just let the crown of your head lift to the ceiling. Good. Take the hands to the outside. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale up. And exhale out. And last time, inhale up. Exhale, center. And namaste. God bless you guys. We're being very needy. Yeah, because there's a new baby in the house. Yeah.
I missed her at the first part of yoga. She's our yoga relaxer.
Thanks,
I
Kim.
know, she was just hanging out upstairs, I think.
Oh, was she? Okay. Well,
Hey,
she-
Linda.